Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. My name is Nola Bloom, and today I am sharing a practice for relieving lower back pain. Now, this is a personal practice as I'm someone that has suffered from chronic back pain for over 15 years, and so I do know what it's like to have excruciating pain, and my yoga practice has helped me so much. And yesterday, I have the situation where my back kind of goes in and out, and most of the time I'm pretty good. However, sometimes my back goes out. Yesterday, I was lifting something and I sneezed in the middle of it, and my back went out. And yet, most of yesterday, I was laid out. And I think what's really important when we have back pain is mindset and to focus on, well, what can I do? And a lot of the times just breathing is gonna be what gets you through it. And if you're somebody that's new to mindful breathing, when you're in excruciating pain, well, that can be a really good time to learn because it can help calm you down. I do have a video on Ujjayi breath tutorial, and so I do recommend watching that. I also have another video called Peaceful Savasana Meditation, which you can just lay back with a pillow underneath your knees and just be guided through a beautiful meditation. And that's here on YouTube, and it's also on Spotify and Insight Timer. I also wanted to make a recommendation for something that I personally use when I have back pain, which is this pain easing plaster. And it comes like this in a roll, and you just open this up, and this feels so yummy. It was recommended to me by a Chinese doctor when I was suffering from tendonitis, and it also works incredibly great for lower back. So you just take the plaster and place it over the place that you have pain, and it just sends some nourishing herbs and a cooling sensation, which just feels divine. So this is a practice also that you can practice over and over again. I do have the timestamp so that you can just jump ahead when you come back to the practice, and always just do what you can. Your breath will always be your guide. We want to have a long, mindful breath, and if you ever get yourself into a posture where you can't breathe comfortably, that's your body telling you that you simply shouldn't do that. I'm dealing with a little bit of back pain today, but I do have some mobility, so I'm actually going to be sharing my practice, which I do for my own when I'm experiencing pain, and in hopes that it helps those of you who are viewing at home. So, sitting posture, we can sit with a nice straight spine. If you can't sit like this, just go ahead and get onto your back and close your eyes. So whatever feels good for you, just start to slow the breathing down. Allow the breath to become really full and remain feeling natural. And let's just start with a little bit of gentle arm movement. So as you inhale, extend the arms out, reach the arms up, touch the palms together. And as you exhale, allow the hands to move down the center. And just continue to flow. Long, deep breaths. Beautiful. And pausing with your hands at heart center. And just take a moment here to set some intentions for your practice, to respect and honor your body at all times, to only go to the edge of sensation, to not actually move into the pain, and set the intention to stay connected with the breath and allow the breath to be your guide for how deep you can go into the postures. Go ahead and remove your cushion and just place the soles of your feet onto the ground. First, just place your fingertips on your knees. Very gentle lift of the heart, extension upwards of the spine. We'll take a few mindful breaths here, breathing in and out through the nose. It's also important in relieving the pain is to consciously relax the muscles of the brow. If you're feeling pain, you might notice that your face kind of scrunches like this, which is totally normal. But in relaxing the breath, also consciously relax the muscles of the forehead, and it has a calming effect over the entire body. So we're going to fall forward into a forward bend and allow yourself to just drop forward. Hands just go onto the ground. You can use your hands to prop yourself up if you need, if you're experiencing a lot of pain, and then move in very slowly. We're doing everything slowly and mindfully. And then release your neck. Now, if this is creating too much tension, just keep your head up. But otherwise, allowing your head to just hang there, and that gives a full elongation of the spine. It feels very nourishing for the lower back. Just take a few long, deep breaths here. Every exhalation, just feel yourself softening, being very mindful of this expanded breathing. If you are familiar with Ujjayi breath, you can slightly constrict the throat, breathing in and out through the nose, and allow the head to become very heavy. Just a few more breaths here. And then slowly raising up. Place your fingertips on your knees and inhale, gently lift the heart. So when we're making these movements of the spine, just finding a comfortable range of motion. Like I said, I'm experiencing back pain today, so my range of motion is very limited. However, you might find that today, if you're feeling really good, that you can really lift the heart, and this is going to change from day to day. So now we're going to bring the legs together, and we're going to move into a very gentle twist. So one hand goes behind you, lift the heart, and then gently twist to one direction. Now you can keep your elbow just on the knees like this. If you have more range of motion, your elbow can go on the outside of the knee, and then just find a comfortable place where you're just at the edge of sensation. We'll take a few deep breaths here. Good. And then hands together. And other side. A few deep mindful breaths. Beautiful. And then we're going to make our way onto our hands and our knees. Hands are going to fall directly underneath the shoulders. Knees are going to fall directly underneath the hips. And let's move into cat-cow. So as you inhale, lifting up this heart. And then as you exhale, dropping the tailbone. Now just keep your eyes closed as you move. And find a range of motion that is suitable for you in your body today. Stay with your Ujjayi breath. Remember to move very, very slowly, taking this time to really explore all of the sensations of your body. Allowing your breath to be your guru, how deep you can go into the postures. And then taking the knees nice and wide and extending the arms out for child's pose. But first, let's activate our child's pose to get the shoulder alignment. Coming up onto your forearms and allowing your chest to sink down between your legs. You can wobble from side to side. And then allow your forearms to relax down. You can place your chin or perhaps your forehead onto the ground. Good, and then gently lifting up, take your left arm and slide it underneath of your body. And gently raising up. And let's switch arms. Good. And then coming back up to hands and knees. And then let's just make our way onto our bellies. Nice and slow. And you can make a little pillow with your hands. And then we're going to take the left arm, slide it right underneath the body. Right knee is going to scooch up. Right arm is going to extend out. And then as you inhale, your right arm is going to open all the way up and touch the ground behind your back. And exhale, close together. Now, if this doesn't feel good, you're welcome to just stay with your arms open, as we'll get there eventually. But if you do have range of motion today, then just going through the flow with your arms. Beautiful. And the next time we come open, we're just going to allow our arm to rest on the ground. And a little upper body adjustment. You can lift your left shoulder right off the ground and twist your upper body so you feel more flat across the shoulders. And then your left hand goes onto your right knee. Now, if this is uncomfortable for you, you're welcome to place a block or a cushion. It's nice to have lots of extra pillows beside you when you practice. If you need something to support that knee, go ahead. And turn your head the opposite direction and allow your body to just soften. You should feel a nice stretch on the lower back. A few mindful breaths here. Beautiful. And gently unravel yourself. Find your way back to your chest. Let's just pause in the center, make a little pillow with your hands and relax. And then other side. So now we're going to take the right arm, slide it underneath our body. Left knee scooches up, left arm extends out. And then as you inhale, nice big opening, touch the ground behind your back. And exhale, close together. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Just a few more nourishing breaths. And pausing open. And let's make that upper body adjustment by lifting up your right shoulder. Twist your upper body so you feel more flat across your shoulders. Right hand can come onto your left knee, head turns towards the left. If you need any blocks or cushions to support you, go ahead. And a few soft breaths here, and you should feel that nice opening in the lower back. and gently unravel yourself. Make your way all the way back. Lift yourself up and find your child's pose. And then coming up to kneeling, we're going to move into dragon pose, which is really quite intense. You're going to need 2 blocks. This helps to open up the front of our quadricep and the front of our hip flexors. And a lot of our back pain is actually due to poor posture of sitting in chairs. And so this posture helps to counter that. We want to have the blocks underneath of our shoulders. And then we take the right foot and step it all the way forward. Just move the blocks so that they're underneath your shoulders, transferring the body weight forward. We want to have our ankle underneath of our knee. If you need a cushion underneath your knee, go ahead. And then allow the body weight to sink down. Now, how high you lift your chest is going to determine how deep you go into the posture. I have a lot of back pain today, so this is about good. However, you can go much deeper by lifting up the heart. So just find something that feels good and try to sink the body weight down. Just a few nourishing breaths. Good. And then lifting up, place your block to the side, and we're going to move into sleeping swan. So you can just shuffle your foot over to the side, inch your back leg back, and we'll stay in this lifted position for just a moment. If you're falling to the side, go ahead and put a block or something underneath of your hip to support you. Lift your chest. Again, just find a range of motion that feels good. Use your fingertips to support you. Take a few deep breaths. And then slowly lowering yourself down. You can stay up on your elbows. You can put a cushion or a block underneath of your chest. Or if you have the flexibility, you can bring your chest right down to the ground. Just remember, when we're dealing with back pain, we may not be able to experience flexibility the same that we normally can. I normally can lay my chest right onto the ground, but today that would be very painful, and so I'm just being mindful of how deep my body can go. And just take a few nourishing breaths here. Stay with the breath. And then inhale, lifting up. We're going to push back and make our way into child's pose. Whatever position feels good. If the knees apart feels good, or maybe you want to bring the knees together. And allow your chest to just drape over your knees and your arms go back. Beautiful. And now let's build the posture on the other side. Go ahead and grab your blocks. Prepare for dragon pose. Blocks go underneath of your shoulders. Use them to lift yourself up. Left foot is going to come forward and just adjust the blocks so they're straight underneath your shoulders. Kick your back leg back. Ankle underneath of the knee, and then use your blocks to lift your chest as your hips sink down simultaneously, and just find a range of motion that feels good in your body today. Nothing too strenuous. Close the eyes so you can be mindful of the sensations. Allow yourself to just sink into it. Beautiful. And then just placing your blocks to the side. Shuffle your foot over, prepare for sleeping swan, kick your back leg back. If you need some cushions, go ahead and use them. Come up onto your fingertips and lift the chest. And then slowly lowering down. Either be up on your elbows, or you can always support your body weight with a block or a cushion on top of the block. And then slowly raising yourself up, allow yourself just to fall to the side. Bring your back knee around, and we're going to make our way onto our backs. Soles of the feet go onto the ground. Fingertips extend out, and then just lowering yourself down nice and slow. If you need to support, you can place your hands on the back of your thighs, and then just draw your knees in. Extending the arms out. I'm going to do a little massage for the lumbar region of the spine. Just make some nice big circles, like you want to touch all the outer areas of the sacrum. This helps to activate lots of the pressure points, relieves tension and strain in the lower back, and just feels really good. Nice big circles. And then other direction, nice and slow. Beautiful. And then soles of the feet go onto the ground. Arms down by the sides. Now, depending on your back pain today, this may work for you, it may not. We're just going to do a few hip raises. If that's not within your range of motion, then just place the knees together and just pause here. And if you do feel like you have a bit of movement today, then just inhale, lifting up the hips, and exhale, lowering down. This helps to strengthen our lower back. Just do 3 of these today. Good. Last one, pushing the hips up, nice and slow. And then lowering yourself down. Draw your knees to your chest, wrap your arms around your knees. Just hugging your knees in as you gently rock from side to side. Place your feet onto the ground. Left ankle is going to go above the right knee. Now you're welcome to stay here if you've got quite a bit of back pain, or if you wish, you can lift your foot off of the ground. Slide your hand through your legs, take the back of your shin. It's kind of a reclined pigeon pose. Or you can take the front of your shin. You can also extend your leg up and take the back of your leg. So just find something that feels good in your body today. gently release, switching your legs. Lifting up. Soles of the feet back onto the ground. And just allow the knees to drop out to the side. Now, if this is uncomfortable, you're welcome to just support your thighs with blocks so that you don't go so deep. And your breath is always going to be your guide. So just if you notice that the breath goes short when you go into any postures, then immediately just come out of them. Take your left hand and bring it to your heart, your right hand coming to your belly. And we'll take a few breaths. Just feeling the connection between the two major power centers of our body, heart center and our dantian. Good, and gently drawing the knees up. Knees go in. And we'll just take one more reclined twist. So extend your arms out. Now, depending on how deep you want to go, you do have the option to cross the left leg over top of the right and drop your knees towards the right. If that's going to be too deep for your body, if you're in a lot of pain, then just have your knees side by side. Your knees can come all the way to the ground, or again, if you're limited in your range of motion, you can just place a block underneath your knees so you don't go so deep. Turn your head the opposite direction and soften the body completely. Drawing the knees up and dropping over to the other side. Soften the body completely. Good, and then draw your knees up. Give yourself one last big squeeze and thank yourself for taking this time out to nourish your body, nourish your lower back. Just be here. And just taking this time out to breathe mindfully. We'll make our way into Savasana. I do recommend, if you are experiencing a lot of pain, to place a cushion underneath of your back to support I do recommend taking a cushion, placing it, I can't get the cushion, there we go, placing it underneath your knees to support your lower back, and extending both legs out. Allow yourself to take a deep, deep rest here. I'm going to leave you here in Savasana, as you may not feel like getting off of the floor now that you're there. Where I do have a peaceful Savasana meditation that you can play directly after this if you wish to just stay in the relaxation for another 15 minutes. Namaste.